Hi, today I wanted to talk to you about the importance of self-forgiveness. In the healing world, there's a lot of talk in any modality to be able to forgive others for either the things they have done or the way they have been in the past due to trauma or any situation that leaves you hanging on to something to prevent you from healing. So we speak so much about being able to forgive others is the key to moving forward into that happiness for yourself. I wanted to talk to you today about a different angle that I take with people, purely because I think it is a priority in the way we do things, and it's forgiving the self first. And what tends to happen when we can do that is a domino effect will occur that goes on to not even necessarily forgiving others, but not even bothering about it. So more often than not, we hang on to situations, and especially traumatic situations. So the people I'm dealing with, we're talking about physical, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, that sort of stuff. Even if you feel betrayed by someone, and they've the mistrust that you have, all of that sort of stuff. But generally, there'll always be an element in there where the person either maybe possibly blames themselves because they ended up in the situation, so they take a self-responsibility for being there, but at the same time they do it in a way that they should have known better, or they should have been better, they should have been able to stop it, they should have been able to change the situation. And all of these things are coming from hindsight. So with hindsight, we've got time on our side, we've got probably a little bit more maturity on our side, and we've definitely got more information when we're looking back on it. So a lot of the times with my clients, what I get them to do is to look back at themselves in this situation, if you can, if it's not too traumatic for you, but almost taking the external bits out of it and just looking at yourself in regards to these situations that you still feel emotionally attached to, and seeing that person for exactly who they were at that time, how they could have possibly changed it, really. Like when you think about these situations and you look back on this person, a lot of times there's a little child involved, or there's a younger mindset in that sense. Like I said, hindsight, you have more information. So with that younger mindset, you're going into this situation not really knowing what to do, and you add in fear, sometimes wanting to belong and all of those sorts of things. And it makes perfect sense as to why people have put themselves in that situation, or why it's not even anything to do with them in that sense of why it happened, that other people hurt and that's why they cause pain. So instead of hanging on to the fact that it happened, because there is no denying that it happened, we cannot change a physical situation that has occurred in your life, but we can change our perspective around it. So really looking at yourself as a soul, as a beautifully perfect human being, and going, should I still be angry at myself for being there? Should I still be angry at myself for not doing something? Should I be angry at myself for not being better in any way, shape or form? Should I be blaming myself for being the one that was chosen in that sense? Should I be thinking the bad things about myself that I am and being down on myself in relation to someone else's behavior? And really, truly, if you ask yourself from your heart, most people would be saying, and all of my clients so far, I haven't had anyone that hasn't eventually turned around and said, absolutely, I can forgive myself for this, but also forgive myself for blaming myself for so long. So some people that I see have been holding on to this stuff for 30 or 40 years. And for you, if this is what you're doing, having a look at that and just going, even if all of that stuff did happen, even if you feel terrible, it's still no reason to not look at yourself and go, well, I may as well forgive me for being there. I may as well forgive myself for all of the ways I was looking at me in that sense. But really forgiving yourself now, realizing that you've been doing it for so long, forgiving yourself for the amount of time you've been hanging on to it. Because the whole time you do that, and the reason we tell people to forgive someone else for the things that they've done, is so you can have a purer energy towards yourself. So you're not giving that tainted energy to other people or to the people that hurt you. We call it drinking poison and hoping someone else is going to die for it. So we're hanging on to this thing because when we hang on to it, we feel at least we're doing something proactive about it by hanging on to it, even though we feel like we couldn't have done something back then, or we didn't do something and we shouldn't. So then you turn around and it's really easy to go, well, at least now I'm doing something, at least now I'm, it's like this I'll show them, but no one's really being shown anything because you're the only one that knows that you're hanging on to it. So today I want you to look at a situation where you are beating yourself up. And it could be a very, very, very serious situation for you, and it could be a really delicate situation for you, and that's fine. You can have a 10 out of 10, a 15 out of 10, or a 1 out of 10. It's all irrelevant to me. At the end of the day, I want you to come back to being able to love yourself regardless of what has happened. Love yourself regardless of what other people have said to you or done to you or anything like that. And really taking on that self-responsibility to go, you know what? All of these things have happened, but it doesn't mean that I can't forgive myself, my little child, my other people, even if it's an adult person. Forgive yourself today for whatever it is, so you can heal that relationship. And then I guarantee you that that thing that people talk about in forgiving others, and you go, I don't want to fucking forgive them, they hurt me, it won't even matter. It will just start dissolving away, and you'll go, I actually, because I love myself, I don't even want to give that my energy anymore. It doesn't even resonate with me, because now I'm over here going, oh, you poor thing, of course I'll bring you in like I do with all the other people that's easy that aren't me. Of course I'll bring myself in, I'll love myself, I'll forgive myself for all those times. How could I have known better? I did what I did at the time with the information I have. Now I have more information, I'm going to forgive myself because I don't want to carry on with this energetic frequency towards myself any longer. Whatever those people did, will do in the future, doesn't touch you, because you've forgiven yourself. Try it out. If you, as I always give my clients to do, if you place your hand on your heart to bring that awareness a bit closer into your chest so it's out of your head, so you stop thinking about it, come into your heart space so you can come from a place of love, and ask yourself if it's time to forgive yourself today. Let me know how you go with it. I'd really love some feedback. You can follow my YouTube channel. I am Beanie. I'll be doing lots of more videos like this to help. If you find it useful, share it with others. And don't forget to subscribe to my station. And remember, no matter what you're doing in this world, remember to love the fuck out of it.